It is the most painful riddle of your life. You look around and you see them. People who are objectively less intelligent than you. People who lack your depth, your insight, your ability to foresee consequences. And yet, they are winning. They are making the money you want to make. They are building the bodies you want to build. They are living the lives you are only dreaming about in the quiet desperation of your bedroom. It burns you. It feels like a cosmic injustice. You tell yourself, I know more than them. I have better plans. I have more potential. And you are right. You do have more potential. But potential is just a polite word for something that hasn't happened yet. Potential is not power. Kinetic energy is power. And while you are sitting there, vibrating with potential, they are moving with kinetic force. You have fallen into the trap that destroys more great men than vice or war. You are suffering from the curse of intelligence. You believe your mind is your greatest asset, but right now, it is your prison. You are trapped in a simulation of success, running perfect scenarios in a world that doesn't exist, while the stupid men are out there, conquering the real one. To understand why this happens, and more importantly, how to escape it, we must look to an obscure piece of samurai philosophy. It is not a technique for swinging a sword, but a technique for swinging the mind. It is called the theory of the two seeds. Imagine an old gardener in a feudal Japanese courtyard. He tells his student that every man is born with two seeds in his pocket. These seeds represent the two fundamental forces of human existence. The first seed is the seed of perception. When you plant this seed, it grows downward. It creates roots. These roots are your knowledge, your strategy, your analysis, and your understanding of the world. The deeper these roots go, the more stable you feel. The more you understand the complexity of the soil, the rocks, and the water table. This is the domain of the intellect. The second seed is the seed of will. When you plant this seed, it grows upward. It creates a trunk, branches, and leaves. It pushes through the dirt, exposes itself to the harsh sun, the violent wind, and the rain. It takes up space in the physical world. It bears fruit. This is the domain of action. Here is the tragedy of the smart man. You are a master gardener of the first seed. Because you are intelligent, you love the roots, you love the feeling of understanding. So you spend all your time digging. You read another book. You watch another tutorial. You optimize your workout plan for the 10th time before you've even stepped into the gym. You rewrite your business plan until the font is perfect. You water the seed of perception every single hour of every single day. And your roots are magnificent. They go miles deep. You understand the theory of everything. But because you have poured all your water into the earth, you have neglected the seed of will. Above the ground, where the world can see, you have nothing. You are a barren patch of dirt. You are a giant underground and a ghost on the surface. The stupid man, the one you envy, does not know how to grow roots. He doesn't care about the soil composition. He just threw the seed of will into the dirt and watered it with sweat. His tree is crooked. It is ugly. It is imperfect, but it is real. And because it is real, he can eat its fruit. You cannot eat your roots. The problem is that your intelligence has become a mechanism for hesitation. Miyamoto Musashi wrote, "In battle, if you make your opponent flinch, you have already won. But in your life, you are flinching before the battle even begins. Your high-functioning brain is a simulation machine. This is its job. It runs simulations of the future to keep you safe. When you have a goal, your brain instantly generates 1,000 scenarios of how it could go wrong. You see the failure. You see the embarrassment. You see the wasted effort. Your intelligence allows you to see the cliff edge in high definition, so you freeze. The man with less intelligence cannot see the cliff. He lacks the resolution to simulate the failure. So he keeps walking. And often, by the time he reaches the edge, he has built enough momentum to jump over it, or he realizes the cliff wasn't as wide as you thought it was. You are addicted to the feeling of preparation. This is the most dangerous drug for a smart man. When you are planning, when you are researching, your brain releases dopamine. It feels like work. It feels like progress. You tell yourself, I am not lazy. I am being strategic. I am sharpening the axe. But you have been sharpening the axe for 5 years, and you haven't cut down a single tree. You are not sharpening the axe anymore. You are grinding the blade down to a nub. There is a concept in Japanese aesthetics called wabi-sabi. It is the appreciation of the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. It is the understanding that beauty lies in the cracks, in the roughness of reality. The smart man hates wabi-sabi. He wants the clean, geometric perfection of the plan. But the world is not geometric. The world is organic, chaotic, and messy. To escape the trap of the two seeds, you must do something that feels incredibly unnatural. You must commit an act of strategic stupidity. You must fire the gardener who is obsessed with the roots. You must stop watering the seed of perception. You already know enough. Let me repeat that because your ego will fight it. You already know enough. You are smart enough. You do not need more information. Information is no longer the solution. It is the bottleneck. You must force yourself to plant the seed of will, and you must let it grow ugly. This is the hardest part for the perfectionist. You must allow your first actions to be bad. You must write the terrible paragraph. You must film the awkward video. You must have the clumsy conversation. Musashi did not become a master swordsman by sitting in a library reading about steel. He became a master by fighting. He learned through the feedback of pain. Reality provides data that simulation never can. When you act, even stupidly, the world pushes back. That pushback is the truth. Your plan is a hypothesis. Action is the experiment. There is a story of a Zen master who poured tea into a cup until it overflowed, burning the student's hand. The student shouted, "Stop, the cup is full." The master replied, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions and speculations. How can I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" Your cup is full of roots. It is full of theory. You must empty it. You must become a beginner again. You must be willing to look foolish. The fear of looking stupid is the leash that keeps the smart man tied to the porch while the dogs run free. Consider the oak and the bonsai. The smart man who refuses to act is like a bonsai tree. He is perfectly pruned. He lives in a safe, controlled environment. He is beautiful to look at in isolation, but he is small. He is fragile. A gust of wind would knock him over. He has optimized himself for a world that doesn't exist. The man of action is the oak in the wild field. He has broken branches. He has scars on his bark from the lightning. He is asymmetrical, but he provides shade. He withstands the storm. He dominates the landscape. You have a choice today. You can check your pocket. You have 2 seeds. One is heavy, swollen with water, almost rotting from how much you have tended to it. That is your intellect. The other is dry, small, and hard. That is your will. Close the books. Close the tabs. Stop the simulation. Take the dry seed. Put it in the dirt. And do the one thing your intelligence is terrified to do. Start and let it be ugly.